Alya, played by Sair Khan, has been plagued with guilt ever since she left Coronation Street villa in Hashim Elaman, Vincent Ibrahim, to die after he consistently blackmailed her family over money. Zidane Nazir, Qasim Akhtar, was the one who brought the gangster to their door, and he had a part to play in the fire which engulfed the Speed Doll restaurant before Christmas on the ITV soap. During Monday night's double bill of the weeknight serial drama, Yasmeen, Shelley King, discovered her grandchildren had allowed money to be laundered through the restaurant as Ryan Prescott, watched from the distance. However, with Zidane seemingly finding a solution to his grandmother's wrath, things could be a little harder for Alya, and she could ask Ryan to leave the cobbles with her for good. The double bill began with the Nazir family and Hashim's daughter, Maryam Nazir, here in Landa, preparing for the relaunch of the Speed Doll restaurant after it had been renovated following the fire. With everything seemingly going to plan, the day was interrupted when Yasmeen had to clear out of her house and found a bag of money. Confronting her grandchildren about her discovery, they were forced to admit it was the dirty money Hashim had wanted them to launder. Zidane confessed to laundering some of the money before the fire and admitted to playing a part in the fire which almost killed newcomer, Stu Carpenter, Bill Fellows. Everything was out in the open for the very first time, and the Nazir matriarch couldn't believe what she was hearing. After giving a speech to a journalist about the relaunch of the restaurant, Yasmeen swiftly returned home as she felt she needed to take action. When Alya and her brother went home to talk things through with their grandmother, they found her throwing their stuff out of the window. They were mortified to discover she was turning her back on them, and they didn't know what to do as they found themselves homeless. Ryan was on hand to offer Alya some support, as they have agreed to remain friends following the end of their relationship last year. However, Zidane went straight to Maryam and tricked his way into staying at her hotel so he would have a roof over his head. As Alya decided to stay with Ryan for the foreseeable, she passed the Nazir household on her way home and was shocked to see what was happening. "She's changing the locks," the young businessman remarked as she saw some locksmiths outside her old home, with her grandmother giving her a disapproving look. Ryan glanced back to see his friend was devastated. Yasmeen was turning her back on her for good, and this could lead her to reconsider her life in Weatherfield. Harboring the guilt over the death of Hashim, also, Alya might no longer see the cobbles as her home, as there are too many painful memories. With her father's death also taking place on Coronation Street, she could feel the Manchester-based suburb isn't the place for her anymore. Yasmeen turning her back on Alya could be the final straw for the young businesswoman, as she knows her grandmother will always be disappointed in her over her confession. However, with nowhere to go and no family to reach out to, she could find herself embroiled in Ryan's exit from the show. As he only has his former auntie, Carla Connor, Alison King, as any sense of family on the cobbles, the heartthrob could feel he needs to reconnect with his family. With his mother Michelle Connor, Kim Marsh, living in Ireland with her parents, he could have been contemplating moving there. But with Alya also ready to move on to pastures new, he could take it as a sign to ask her if she wants to go with him. Finally reuniting in a romantic sense, the pair could say their goodbyes to their loved ones in Weatherfield, with Alya trying to talk to Yasmeen one last time. As the businesswoman explains to her grandmother she is leaving, the matriarch of the family could go back on her actions. Trying to apologize for turning her back on Alya, the young woman could tell her grandmother it was the best thing she could have done. It would have given the Nazir woman time to think about what she wanted from life, and staying on the cobbles wasn't going to be forever. In an emotional and heartbreaking farewell, she and Ryan could leave happier than ever, wanting to embark on a new adventure together in Ireland. The actress who plays Alya and former IMA celebrity "Get Me Out of Here" star Nazir has addressed if she would ever leave the show. Following a string of her co-stars making departures from the soap in 2019, the actress said she knew she wouldn't be able to work once her contract comes to an end. She said, "I heard someone say once, if you have a plan B, go for the plan B, because it is such a tough industry. I'm under no illusions, I'm a complete realist. If I leave Coronation Street, I'll be prepared not to work for 2 years. I need to have enough money in my bank account to get back to the real world and start auditioning. As incredible as this show is, it doesn't guarantee you a job for life, and it doesn't mean you'll get the next job," she told the Sunday Mirror.